Uday.
All right, more breaking updates, in fact, that we're also tracking now. Israeli strikes have rocked southern Lebanon overnight and into Wednesday, a day after a first round of historic talks between Lebanese and Israeli officials in Washington. Israel's military has periodically issued warnings telling residents of wide swaths of southern Lebanon to flee. Thousands, though, have stayed either because they don't want to leave their homes or because they have nowhere to go. So warnings being issued to residents of Lebanon even as these talks continue in Washington, Pramit.
So Israel is trying very hard to create a security cordon around on its northern border so that in future Hezbollah and other organizations, the northern part of Israel is basically outside the range of their missiles and rockets. So they're in, should we say, a hurry to set that up before either the negotiations between US and Iran or their negotiations with the Lebanese government disallow them from completing that process. And that's basically what you're seeing. And you will see, if anything, as the talks proceed, I would argue, even more intense Israeli attacks as they try to make sure that that security cordon is finished.
Yes, meanwhile, the UNHCR chief Barham Saleh has called on international community to provide urgent support to Lebanon. Israel battles the country where more than 1 million people are displaced. He said, I call upon the international community to provide urgent support and relief to Lebanon. The humanitarian consequences of this war are immense. I emphasize the need to spare civilians and civilian infrastructure from the ravages of attack. Lebanon does not deserve to be trapped in a recurring cycle of violence. It deserves support and stability. So an appeal coming forth from Lebanon amidst these strikes, General Dwivedi.
Absolutely, Uday. The point is the Lebanon front is a very sensitive front as far as the Israelis are concerned. And Hezbollah has been here from 1982. And they have taken on Israel on a number of occasions. Last one was 2006, when the Israelis went all the way to Litani River, but they had this very tough opposition. Now, the point is that as far as the Lebanon front is concerned, there are two issues. One is that Hezbollah is the strongest of the three proxies, that is Hamas and Houthis. And second point is Hezbollah is not under the control of the Lebanon government. In fact, they are calling the shots and Lebanon government is abiding by their dictates. The question is, I don't think, no matter how much force is applied, the Israelis are going to subdue the Hezbollah because their strength is about 30 to 50,000 and they have got about 100,000 rocket projectiles. So despite all the effort that Israelis are devoting or deploying, they have deployed the complete 146 division there. But the point is, maximum casualties are being caused on the civilians. And why? Because all the proxies, they fight from the civilian areas willy-nilly. There is a very high collateral damage, and that actually pops up, or that brings the issue of human rights, and that's what exactly these proxies want. So I think Israel is in catch-22 situation. They may create a buffer zone right up to Litani River, about 35 kilometers, but that's not going to end or either break the back of Hezbollah. I think they remain a force to reckon with, and they remain a headache for the Israelis on the northern front, and a very loyal and a very formidable trump card in the hand of Iranians. After all, it was the Shia of Iran who were the architects of building up this Hezbollah as a force.
All right, let me in fact address some more news now.